All right, you guys, welcome to the podcast, Life It's Better with a Bow, powered by Protect. We're out here in Oklahoma. What was a dreary day yesterday has turned into an absolutely beautiful day today. And we have a pretty cool guest. We've tried to get him on multiple times last year, and your booth is always busy. And I hate to pull you away from, I would say from making money, but from making all these archers happy is really what it is.
Absolutely.
You kill it. So our guest is Jeff Ellis with Jakt Gear. He's been with us for years. I don't even know how many now. 5?
7.
7 years. Time flies.
It does.
He's been with the Total Archery Challenge Tour for 7 years. You've done every single event. Is there an event that you personally haven't shown up to? Or maybe one or two. That's it.
I missed a South Dakota event one time because I had one of my son's graduation that I needed to miss.
That's right.
So
in 7 years, you've only missed one.
I've missed one.
That's phenomenal. Well, you've been a great partner. When you and I first met, your company, you changed the name of your company.
We did.
And your logo. I don't know if a lot of people... What was the name of your company back then?
The name of the company was Bone Whacker back then.
Yeah, Bone Whacker.
Yep.
And Jakt Gear, because of your expansion into other products, made more sense.
It did. Yeah, whenever we first set it up, it was just kind of a off-the-cuff thing that we were just playing around with. And, it...
kind of like your logo?
Kind of like our logos and everything else back then.
You guys were being very vague on the logo, but if you do happen to find or see the old school logo of companies before, there is we should give them a prize. The first person to reach out to us and let's do this. Here's the thing. You're on Instagram, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Jakt Gear,
Jakt
right?
Gear. Yep.
Jakt. Jakt Gear, you guys. I think we should do the first person to get on and DM Jakt Gear about their old logo. What are the parameters around this? And then maybe they could win a sling or something.
Yeah, we'll give them a sling, whoever does it first, and just identify what that old logo was.
Yeah. It was.
And if they can, here, let's do this. If they can even. Yeah, let's just do it that way. Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah. Do we want to do the first, or let's just say, and it has to be a DM?
Yeah, it has to be a DM.
Yep. You can't just put a message in the post or something. No. You have to DM Jakt Gear about their old logo. Tell them what that was. I think it's the first time you and I actually spoke in person. I believe I kind of pulled you aside.
San Antonio or New Braunfels?
Yeah, it had been. Yep, it had been there.
Yep.
The Texas event, and you are quite the innovator, but you've got a pretty cool history too. Just give us a little rundown on who Jeff is and how Jakt Gear came to be.
Well, Jakt Gear came to be just kind of as a fun thing, quite honestly. I hunted and fished my whole life. I was military, spent a lot of time doing a lot of things throughout my younger adulthood. A lot of different arenas. I was president of a logistics management and consulting company for years and traveled around a lot. I have my beautiful wife, Karen, and 3 kids, Hunter, Jack, and Caroline. And they are kind of the namesake. Jack and Hunter are the namesake of the company now. So the company is currently named Jakt Gear, which Jakt, J-A-K-T in Norwegian, means hunting.
Nice.
So Hunter and Jack, we just combine it and we call it Jakt Gear. So that was kind of the origin of the name.
That's fantastic.
But they are great kids. Jack and Caroline are both at the University of Missouri. Jack graduates in May with his degree, and he gets commissioned as an Army officer. He'll be a military intelligence officer with an infantry branch for a couple of years.
Oh, very cool.
And so he graduates, and then Caroline she'll be competing in the Miss Teen USA pageant here in a couple of months.
Wow. Look at you.
And so she's off to do her little thing at Mizzou. So
that's fun. Were Were you in the Army?
I was.
Or were you in a different branch?
No, I was Army.
You were also Army. Okay.
I was.
Well, that's got to be fun.
Yep, that was fun. I was a helicopter pilot, warrant
Were
officer.
you really?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And
What'd you fly?
I flew the OH-58 Delta model mostly, which is the Kiowa Warrior. It's an armed version of the Kiowa Warrior. It's been decommissioned since then.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're an older man.
Yeah, I'm an older man. Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's awesome. I knew you were a veteran. Your company is primarily employs veterans, right?
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. I know when you and I met and we decided to do this thing. That's what was appealing to me. I didn't serve, and so it's kind of a way to give back. You and I worked out a pretty awesome deal for what you do and what you bring to the table. I'm surprised you still come to the events.
Yeah.
With what you've got going on, and I know Jakt Gear isn't the only thing that you've got your fingers in, and but you're here. These people recognize you, know you, talk to you. You guys have an awesome product. I would say your flagship product. Is that your number one product right now?
It has always been our number one product. It's slowly being surpassed by a new product that we launched this year. We launched a new product. It's our Ultimate Tree Gear collection.
Yes.
It won Best New Accessory for 2024 at the Archery Trade Association show this year. And
that's not the first time you've won an award
No,
through your products,
we've
correct?
actually won, in the last 5 years, we've won 4 new Best in Show awards at the ATA show. So
That's awesome.
it's been kind of a little blessing that has helped us grow our company. But, you talked about why I come to all the TAC events myself is I just love them. And quite honestly, Sean, it's been one of the best things that we as a company have ever done.
Oh, good.
To help us grow our organization, because the people that come here, they're great, and the people that come here are the people that everyone else back in their communities look to for guidance on what type of equipment to use and what they should do and how they should shoot. And so they come here, they buy our products, they take them back. The shops in the area see it. That's helped us grow our dealer base. We have a dealer base of about 500 archery shops around the world that carry our products now. And, I owe it a lot of it to TAC in helping us grow, because just being at these events, getting exposure in all the different geographic areas and building such a great relationship with such a great group of people, because this is such a tight community, but it's not a tight, exclusive community. It's a community that's easy to get involved in.
Yeah.
So when people come out, I run into people all the time that come to these things. They come by themselves, but they're so excited because they just hook up with people that they can go shoot with
crazy?
And have a great community. And there's a lot of things in our industry that aren't quite as inclusive as that. And that's one of the things that I love about this.
Well, you have, let's talk about your flagship product. We've talked about the name, and you do accessories, but the bow sling, and it's called the
My Sling-a-Ling bow sling. It's a magnetic bow sling that you never take off your bow. It uses neodymium magnets to lock out of the way during the shot, and it's a lifesaver. On these TAC events, it's great because you're not carrying your bow around all day, so you've got your hands free to navigate the terrain, but your arms stay nice and relaxed. You maintain better form. You just shoot better. We've got some little products that lock the sling to your shoulder strap of your backpack, so it makes it easy to carry, so both hands are free, but whenever you need to shoot, you can shoot really quickly. You can hang it around your neck, use it as a glassing platform, so that when you're trying to identify the scoring rings on your target, or if you're out elk hunting, you can use it as a glassing platform and glass just rock solid. See your scoring rings, take your range, lock it out of the way, draw and shoot, and you never have to take it off your bow.
I know you said, hey, TAC events have helped you really grow the company, but this is what I'll say. The people are here. You're 100% right. But I use you as a gauge on how our events are doing, because you sell. It's not like you're sitting back in the booth and then you're like, well, I did okay or whatever. It's like, I know for real, like, was this event decent or not based on you, because I know you're selling it.
Yeah. And That's always been my philosophy in life. If you're going to be there, give it 110% for whatever you're going to do. And so, I see this as a great opportunity to engage with everyone here and build some great relationships. I have some great friendships that I've developed at TAX.
Yes.
From people that I see event after event, year after year, sometimes the same location, sometimes other locations. Mm-hmm. There's so many people that travel and do all the different events, and so I've just really enjoyed it, and it's a pleasure to engage everyone here because everyone is so accommodating, and they just want to hear about what you do and how you do it, and want to tell you about their day out here, and it's just a nice little community and family.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So your sling, you guys, the sling is only one of the super innovative products you've done.
Yep.
You showed me your new one for the tree stand. The accessory, what do you call it? Accessory belt?
Yep, it's called our Ultimate Tree Gear Collection, and there was 4 products that we launched this year at ATA, and it collectively won the award. The base products is our tree tool belt. It's and the whole system was really designed for saddle hunting, the new kind of craze in the hunting industry. But it works great with tree stands. It works great for guys that are just walking a tack course for one of the products. Mm-hmm. Because we have the tree tool belt. It's a strap that goes around the tree. It has a molly webbing panel across the front, loose webbing around the remainder of the tree so that you can easily attach your gear, hang your backpack off the back of the tree out of your shooting lanes. And then there's another little product called our Quiver Caddy. It's a silicone strap that locks your quiver to the tree whenever you take it off when you get into your tree, so that way you don't have it on your bow. You're not screwing anything into the tree, so you stay legal on public lands. The Ready Ranger is the other product that kind of goes along with it, and it's really become the product that everybody gets excited about the most. Mm-hmm. It's a magnetic platform that allows you to lock your cell phone or rangefinder to it, and it's built out of nylon webbing that encases the magnet system in it. So it attaches to the shoulder strap of your backpack, right about your collarbone, on your drawing hand. And so that way you can lock your rangefinder right there. Whenever a deer or elk is in range, you can raise it up, take your range, lock it out of the way, never take your eye off the animal, draw and shoot. Right. That's awesome. So it's nice and slick. But it also works for your cell phone. We have a little tether connector that goes between your phone and your case, so it locks to your tree right in front of your face, so you're not having to dig down into your pants pocket to pull your phone out if you need to text somebody or do something. It's always right there and accessible. So,
yeah, you guys have a lot of, and it's all modular, right? A lot of this can work together or separate or whatever, and that's the beauty of it is a lot of the systems you're adding, they all work hand in hand.
Yep, they do, and we designed them to be able to customize the way that you like to hunt. So everything integrates, like the Quiver Caddy will integrate with the tree tool belt, and so you can, for large trees, you can buckle them together and use it on any tree, so you just can't find a tree that you can't hunt in. And then we've got another little product called our Better Tether that goes along with the system. It's the 4th product in the sequence. And it is a tether system that uses a Prusik-style adjustment system so that you can adjust the way everything hangs. So on your tree tool belt, you can hang your binos on the front, you can hang your rattle bags, your grunt tubes, and everything doesn't bang around because it's all hanging at different levels. Mm-hmm. And then you can also use it to attach your release. Whenever I'm in the backcountry, I attach my release to my sternum strap with one of the tethers, and then that way I never worry about losing my release. It's always tethered right there, and I can use it to shoot, and it's all handy.
So. That's awesome. And is this you coming up with these ideas, or you got a team of guys that are like, dude, you know what, we should do this, and then they help you figure that out?
Yeah, no, it's been me so far. I've just do it out of necessity for the way that I like to hunt, and so if I have an idea about something that I want to do for my hunting, I do it, and if it works out, that's great. The bow sling, it came about just out of necessity because. Whenever I had first gotten out of the military, I'd gone back to school at Montana State, and started elk hunting. Growing up in the Midwest, I'd always been.
How old were you then?
I was a non-traditional student, so I was 25, I guess, whenever I did that.
Okay.
I played football and golf in college early on, and then ended up getting accepted into the warrant officer program, and went on to be a helicopter pilot. And so, whenever I got out, I went back to finish my degree and went to Montana, and I started elk hunting and figured out I didn't want to be carrying my bow around all the time.
Yeah.
It just was exhausting. I thought, everybody hunts with a rifle. They wouldn't dream of going up into the mountains without a sling on their bow,
Yes.
on their rifle, but they'll carry that bow around. It's twice as awkward and hard to carry. So the first one was basically just a piece of rope that I'd tie around the riser, tuck it into a cutout in the riser, go out and shoot. Well, I had drawn a tag in the Gila Wilderness down in New Mexico one year, and I was sitting on the couch, and after I finished school, I moved back to the Midwest, and I'd always take guys elk hunting every year. And so I'd always make whichever of my buddies I was taking elk hunting, whatever version of the sling that I had. And so my youngest son, Jack, was laying in the floor playing with a pile of magnets while I was making one for one of my buddies, and I looked down and saw those, and I thought, I can put magnets on this thing and lock it out of the way.
Yeah.
And so I did it, and, it just, long story short, it ended up becoming a product that won Best in Show at the ATA show a few years ago.
And that, the product, the Slingling we're talking about, that it's all out of paracord.
All out of military grade 550 paracord.
So, I mean,
lots of color options.
Yeah, you got everything. So, who ties all those?
We have veterans that do that back in St. Charles, Missouri.
So,
our products are all handmade right here in the States. You got guys, all walks of life now that were prior service, that all branches. We have Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and even Coast Guard.
And even Coast Guard. Hey, listen, don't knock the Coast Guard because
not.
I worked in Alaska for a lot of years in the fishing industry. Now, I was not on the water. I worked on shore. But I will tell you, the Coast Guard,
they're the real deal.
Those guys, when they need to deal with an emergency,
Absolutely.
They are the real deal.
Yep. Whenever I was in the military, I worked as a training, advising, and counseling officer and training pilots, and we trained a lot of the Coast Guard pilots and a bunch of Class X.
Yeah, and they do some scary stuff.
They do.
So
absolutely,
just maybe a little different. But anyway, I just love how everybody's like, it's everywhere, right? Everybody's like, and
of
the
course,
Coast Guard.
yeah, and the Coast Guard, yeah.
And it's not only that. I mean, you're Army, so what about? How do you feel about like the Navy or?
Oh, they're special. I love them.
The branches of the armed forces.
The branches
There's
of
no
the armed
competition there.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
That is funny. I've actually got a friend. He is on his way. He got. I'll probably use the wrong terms, but he got. He's a Navy SEAL, and he got accepted to try out for one of the teams.
Oh, excellent.
SEAL Team 6, I believe.
Perfect.
But it's not an easy thing.
No, it's not. A lot of respect for those.
A few
those
hundred guys, but you talk to those guys too, and it doesn't matter what branch of government or where you're at. Everybody's got something to say about the other guy.
That's exactly right.
That's
exactly right.
I'm pretty sure he thinks you Army guys are. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
Totally
and that's okay.
kidding.
That's okay.
So one thing, you've done a lot. It seems over the years. You and I have talked a lot, and you've got a lot of experience in different things that you've done. Like you said, you did logistics, but this isn't the first company you've owned.
Nope.
Certainly isn't the last. And do you have other ventures outside of Jakt Gear? I feel like you've got a lot going on.
I have a couple of different things that I'm working on starting right now that are brand new companies that we'll be talking about here over the course of the next year and everything. It's a little premature to divulge too much about those.
Some exciting things coming.
Yeah, some really exciting things coming. And then I've got several other things that I'm working on that we've been doing for a while. One of them is a company that we worked on a couple of years ago. We won a Best in Show award at the ATA show. It was a social media app that we had created that used an NFC chip-based tagging system.
Oh, yes.
And so I just kind of backburnered that, and that's getting ready to be relaunched under a new name and do some different things.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
That was actually a really good idea. I'm excited to see that come back out. I'd totally forgotten about that until you just said that.
Yep. It's part of this new thing that I've been working on here, and it'll integrate nicely with it. And so we'll share more about that as it comes to fruition. But
That's awesome. So, Jakt Gear, Slingling, the tree harness. You got 4 main products then? 4 or 5?
well, we've got more than that because we have a waterfowl line.
Yes.
Yep, we do waterfowl call lanyards and waterfowl carry systems, and we have a product called Tree Stand ID. It's a engraved hex ID bar that allows you to slide onto the master lock cable lock, so you can lock and tag your tree stands and game cameras. So, like if you leave your stand overnight on public land, you're required to tag it with your name and your conservation ID number in most states, and so that keeps you legal.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that.
Yep, and you can use it for all kinds of other things too. But we got those. We launched a product 2 years ago that's been a huge success. It's called Glow Max. It's our glow in the dark D loop cord.
Yes.
So that way, whenever you head to your tree stand or ground blind, it uses a little UV activation light. You just grab your D loop, turn the light on in your hand for about 5 seconds. Gives you about 30 minutes worth of glow time. So sitting in a ground blind all day, or early morning in a tree stand, or down in the south if you're hunting hogs at night or something like that, it makes it really easy to knock your arrow and connect your release. And they're all pre-cut boxes, so you don't have spools of D-loop in the archery shop scattered out everywhere, and they stack up nice and neat on the archery tech's desk.
And just normal consumer could buy that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have little retail 3-packs that give you 3 of our D-loops and a little UV activation light, so it makes it super easy to tie it on. And we created a kind of a unique little measuring system that's on the boxes, but it's also in the individual 3-packs, so that way you can tie one D-loop on, lay the excess that you cut off because they're already pre-cut lengths on the ruler, mark it with a pin, throw it in your bow case. That way when it comes time to change your D-loop, you don't have any change in your setup.
I see.
So it makes it super easy.
That's a super good idea. What else is coming down the pipe for Jakt?
Well, a few things that will enhance the Ultimate Tree Gear collection that we launched this year. We've got a couple of really cool products. I'm finishing up some of the patent work on it right now. Those products, one of them will be out before the hunting season this fall. And then we've got a couple of new things that'll be launching at ATA. We try to innovate every year and bring some new products to the Archery Trade Association show. They've been a great partner for us. The ATA has as well, and winning the 4 awards over the last 5 years. Got a lot of great exposure.
Yeah, that sounds like a good partner.
Yeah,
they're just like Jakt Gear. I just give it to them. We know it's good.
Yeah. So that's been good, and we believe firmly that the industry needs some type of a community that everybody can get together and work together as manufacturers and archery shops, so that there can be at least one time a year where we can all get together and share things and make sure that we're all moving the industry in the right direction, the same direction. So
yeah, that's awesome. Okay, well, we're going to shift. What's your favorite animal to hunt?
Elk.
Elk.
Bar none. I'm a fanatic about elk hunting. I've missed 2 years in the last 30.
Wow, that's awesome.
And
that was going to be my follow-up question. Do you get a chance to get after it?
Yep, I do. This year, I pretty much took off the entire month of September, and this year I do pretty much wilderness backcountry hunts.
Okay.
This year I hunted a wilderness area in Montana and killed my bull on day 8 back in. I had to pack back in. I had a easement through a private land trail that has an access that it's about 12 miles that I had to pack to get to even where I could start hunting.
Jeez.
And killed my bull on day.
I hope it was a baby.
Yeah.
So you could bring him back easily.
Yeah, it was crazy because I had been back in there for 8 days, not seeing a single animal, or not seeing a single human.
Yeah.
And on day 8, I killed my bull. I killed him, shot him at 7 o'clock at night. Whenever he expired, he slid down the mountain and under a deadfall.
Oh, jeez.
I was there by myself, and about 3:30 in the morning, I finally got him cut out of the deadfall enough to where I could start taking him apart and getting him ready to pack out. And ended up, by about noon the next day, I had him down to the trailhead, or not to the trailhead, but to the trail.
Jeez. How many loads you do on that elk? 3?
Actually, I did 5
5.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was a pretty good bull. And so I did 5 to get him down. And I was just going to lay down and rest for a little bit. And the craziest story, I looked up, and there were 2 guys on horseback coming down the trail. And they saw me, and they came over and talked to me. And one of them looked at me, and he said, "Hey, you're Jeff from Jakt Gear, aren't you?" He said, "We met at Total Archery Challenge in Utah." And I was like, "Yeah, I remember." And he said, "Hey, we've got some extra room here. We can help you take this down if you want." And I said, "Absolutely." And it was a godsend because it was going to take me 3 days to get him out.
That is awesome.
So by dark that night, I had him out.
Dude, that's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah. So.
There's I think the deepest I've ever gone for an animal was about the same. We were 11 and a half miles deep on a mountain goat hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And my story is also not as cool as yours because you happened upon these guys, but I shot my mountain goat, and we're like, well, this is going to take at least 3 trips to get all of our gear and then the goat out.
Yep.
Well, I just was like, I'm just going to turn on my phone. I had a Garmin on me, but I was like, I'm just going to turn on my phone. We're so high. We shot that goat at like 12.5. Maybe it's 13,000. And I had service. So I called my wife, and I'm like, "Hey, you think you could get a hold of your dad and tell him to meet us at? I'm going to send you coordinates and let me know." So she, about 30, 40 minutes later, we're still working on this goat. She calls back. She's like, "Yeah." He said he'll meet you there tomorrow at 1:30. So we ended up only having to take the goat, just the goat. Our day packs filled up, took the goat, and we ended up going about 4 miles back to camp. And Corey was there at 1:30 the next day with the horses. We loaded up all of our gear onto the horses, and he rode off, and I walked out the rest of the way with a water bottle and a granola bar. It was the best.
That's nice.
I don't, man, I'm just not that dedicated, nor I wouldn't go alone. Like, you're hardcore.
Well,
I was going to say we should do a hunt together, but I'm changing my mind now.
Changed my mind.
Like, I don't know. There's so many things that can go wrong. But I'm sure you have your...
Yeah, I carry my Garmin with me. And
those things are amazing.
They are. I used to never carry anything, and, as I'm getting older, my wife this year was like, I used to always go with somebody at least, and now I kind of like to hunt by myself.
Yeah.
That's my time to get away and decompress and do
some
my thing.
Self-reflection.
Some self-reflection.
Absolutely.
And so this year I agreed to get a Garmin, and it was awesome because it made me feel so much more secure.
Yep.
And, a lot of good things to having that technology back there. But
where we go in Alaska, we go every year. We carry one, but I text my wife every night.
Yep, I did the same.
Had a wonderful day today.
Yep.
Blah blah blah, and then that's it. Turn it off, and
well, it gives you that peace of mind that you're not missing something, and
or them too,
and it
they get peace of mind knowing you're
that you're okay and
not floating down the river bloated.
That's right, or in the belly of a bear.
Yeah, geez, I guess both of us went dark there.
Yeah,
yeah, we could have just said like sprained ankles.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we just went dark. Yeah. So yeah, the Garmin thing that technology is amazing. I wish I'd have had it back in the day when I was guiding full time.
Absolutely.
That would have been fantastic. But so when it comes to elk, were you archery hunting?
Yeah, I pretty much exclusively archery hunt.
And how far was your shot?
4 yards. Yeah.
Did you just stab him?
I should have called this bull in, and he came on a run, and he popped up under a spruce 4 yards away.
My goodness!
Literally could have touched him. He ran right beside me, and I could have touched him on the side as he went by.
Oh my gosh!
Funnel shot. Ran about maybe 50 yards. I bugled at him. He stopped, and he reached back. The arrow penetrated through his front chest cavity. He reached down, grabbed the tip of the arrow, pulled the broken part out. It dropped. He went about 6 steps up the hill, piled up, and went down the rock slide.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was good. But no, archery hunting. it's not that I don't like to rifle hunt. It's just that I prefer to hunt the archery seasons and everything.
When it comes to elk, at least in the,
Yeah.
I don't know, Utah's kind of a mixed bag because you can hunt elk peak of the rut with a rifle, but that, you got to have them bugling.
Yeah. That's my preference. But, and I like to hunt everywhere. I'm not getting a lot of success this year drawing tags so far. I had a lot of unsuccessful notifications thus far, but we'll see what happens.
I never do. That's why we hunt elk every year with our boys in Utah. You can buy those over-the-counter archery tags for a couple units. You can kill any bull, and the other units are spike only. But we do spend a lot of time with the boys chasing elk, which is an absolute riot. And in Utah, youth can, if I'm not mistaken, they get to hunt all 3 seasons on those tags.
Cool.
Where you or I would have to choose archery elk.
Yep.
They can buy that over-the-counter elk tag, and I think they can hunt all seasons.
Oh, that's awesome.
With that. So
That's
we do get in a little bit of rifle hunting, too. If my youngest doesn't. He shoots a bow a little bit, but he likes shooting his rifle.
Man, I did something this year that was that you need to go do with me sometime. It's I went up to the eastern coast and Sika deer hunted.
Oh, I want to do that bad.
And it's the best of both worlds. I love to whitetail hunt. I love to elk hunt, but it was the best of both worlds, and I just absolutely had a blast hunting in the swamp back there. And
that would be awesome.
I spent quite a bit of time over there, and hearing them bugle and
where did they come from? How'd they get into
Japan?
There? And so they were released years ago by who?
They were released off one of the barrier islands.
Okay.
I think the initial island, if I'm not mistaken, that they were released on has submerged and is not there, but they moved over. And so Assateague Island is the barrier island off of the coast of Maryland and Virginia. Okay. And so they've grabbed a great foothold on that island as well as inland on Maryland and
that's
parts
what I was
of Virginia.
Say. I've heard that they're inland too.
Absolutely.
They're on the mainland. So.
Yeah, we hunted the island as well as other inland areas and stuff. And there's lots of, good public land that you can get on to hunt. And we just went in there and did our scouting, and was able to harvest a couple of Sika deer. And in fact, last night we had a little grill out here at after the TAC event and did a Sika hindquarter and did a little flip-flop style.
Oh, did you do the flip-flop style?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Did you use the flip-flop sauce?
Did not. Unfortunately, I didn't have any, and I bumped into Andy here a couple months ago, and he was like, I'll send you some, and I didn't get in touch with him before we came out here, and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead. So
you guys, if you don't know what flip-flop style is, you need to look up the flip-flop guy.
Absolutely.
I think that's the name of that's the website.
I think that's the website.
Flipflopguy.com.
Yep.
And he's got videos of what that is, but the sauce is pretty phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. And what's even more phenomenal is the story of how he came to do what he does and the family history and everything there. Just a great guy. I really, really like him.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so you flip-flopped it. And how big is a hindquarter of a Sika?
Not very big. They're surprisingly small animals.
30 pounds, 20 pounds?
The hindquarter?
Yeah.
No, the entire animal field dressed is less than 100.
Wow.
They're tiny.
Teeny little
they're
guys.
teeny little guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
okay.
But they call them, the ghosts up there, the Maryland ghosts or whatever, because they're just so eerie. Because it was so cool because I was testing out a lot of this Ultimate Tree Gear collection whenever I was up there, and so I was in my saddle, and one day I was on an island and I could look out across the water and see the Ferris wheel at Ocean City.
Yeah.
The next day I was down on a different part of the island and I looked out and I'm sitting there in the tree and here comes a giant sailboat right out in front of me. And so, it's pretty unique terrain, but it's such thick swamp, and they have, these plants, the Phragmites up there, and they maneuver through the swamps, and it's so thick you just can't hardly penetrate it.
Wow. Were you archery hunting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, what is that, an over-the-counter? Do they consider that an exotic, or is that a controlled species?
It is a controlled species, and you really got to kind of dig into the regulations. But it's a pretty cool deal. But you can kill multiple animals if you work the regulations right, and know exactly when and where you can and can't operate and everything. But it's really cool. I highly recommend it. I mean, I hate to do that to anybody and send a bunch of people into a new area, but it's one of my most memorable hunts.
That's
went up there
awesome.
with a buddy of mine from Arkansas that we hunt a lot every year. We do a big deer hunt in Arkansas, and we've been friends for 30 years. And he went up there with me, and we really had a good time.
So, that's awesome. I'd love to do it. I've talked about it multiple times with the guys I hunt with, but it always gets away from me on time. And so, not to mention, all of our hunts currently are with our boys. I mean, they're going to be gone soon anyway.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
So then we'll go back to doing all the other stuff. But
I've got a good buddy that has an archery shop up there in Ocean City, Maryland, Dallas,
nice.
Harrington, Non-Typical Supply. He's a great guy, and he had hooked us up and gave us access to use his boat to access the back of the island. So big shout out to Dallas. He's a great guy.
Yeah, so maybe if you guys go in there and spend enough money, he'll give you some tips.
Absolutely. He's one of our Jakt Gear dealers. So.
Heck yeah, of course he is. Everybody should be a Jakt Gear dealer.
Absolutely.
The stuff's awesome. Yeah, I think everybody needs to be a dealer of Jakt Gear, certainly because the products you do are awesome, but we'll go with Non-Typical Supply.
Yeah. Out in Ocean City.
You could probably buy your way into a few tips on where to go.
Might be able to. Dallas is a pretty good guy. He's, of course, everybody's a little secretive about their hunting holes.
Oh,
but,
you have to be. But, I mean, if they buy a bow and totally accessorize it.
Absolutely. I'm sure
you never know.
You never know what might happen.
You never know.
Never know.
No. There's no guarantee here, guys, but go spend the money anyways and then see what you can get.
That's right. That's
right. Awesome. Yeah, I really want to do that. I think they're a cool animal. They run, they're in Texas, as you know.
Absolutely.
And there's some areas there where they are wild now, not behind a high fence.
Yep.
And so I've always wanted to chase those. They showing up on a couple of our buddies' ranches.
Yeah.
I would love to get them, but it is not a swamp there, so that's a pretty versatile animal.
It is. Yeah. I don't know exactly what kind of habitat they live in Japan, but
it's got to be.
It's got to be similar.
Pretty dense, I would think.
Oh, I'm sure.
It seems like Japan's got some is a wetter climate.
Yep.
So probably similar to the Pacific Northwest, really.
Yeah, probably.
But who knows? I don't know. So anyway, well, where should we send people to get a hold of you, find your products? And we know you're on with a bunch of dealers. Is there a dealer locator on your website? All that good stuff.
We currently don't have a dealer locator. We're working on putting a new one up. We just switched it over. But you can go to jaktgear.com, jaktgear.com, and see all of our product line, learn all about us. You can find us on Instagram, find us on Facebook, just Jakt Gear. And, just check your local shop. There's pretty much we have pretty good coverage all around the country of shops. Good. So just go ask your local shop. If they don't have it, they can probably get it for you. So,
and if not, they're at every Total Archery Challenge that we do. And so there's another way to do it. Make sure you stop by, talk to Jeff or whoever he's got running there. The one thing you do have to do, this is a must. If you are wanting to start your own company or you have products you want to sell, I suggest you walk up and pretend you're interested and have Jeff give you his spill, because there is no one better in this community that I've seen pitching their product. I mean, dude, that sales pitch is... I should have 40,000 of those things, because every time I walk by, I'm like, I feel like I need to buy one. Like, that sales pitch is money.
Yeah,
I love it. But the thing is it's not a janky pitch. It's the real deal. What we're all suffering with, which is why you created it.
Yeah, it was a special need that I had, and I figured if I had that need, lots of other people did too. So.
Oh man, so many, especially at our event. Like, that thing it's got to be the number one sling walking around Total Archery Challenge. Has to be.
Oh yeah, It's funny. John Dudley, he he cornered me one day out there, and he said, "Is there anybody out here who doesn't have that on their bow?" He said, "Every group that comes by me out on the knock-on course has it on their bow."
That's what I'm saying your sale is very good because it answers all of the questions.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys, so Jakt Gear, he's at every event, jaktgear.com, and their products speak for themselves, and you'll see them all across the events. And quite honestly, people have probably seen it all over now because I feel like you've done a really good job getting the coverage of use.
We've
How
worked
much
for
paracord are you using a year?
a bunch.
Do you even know that number?
I honestly have not calculated
Dude, we
that
should
number.
know how many feet
Yeah,
of
that's
paracord
truckloads.
that you use a year. That's a good stat.
Yeah,
We'll do that.
I could calculate it.
I think you should. Don't you think that'd be a fun
that'd be a
stat
good
to
number.
know?
Yeah, that'd be a good number.
Because you do the wrist sling. It's not
Yeah.
like you do just that.
No, we do binocular slings for target archers. We do wrist slings. We do.
You're using paracord
We use
left
for
and
lots
right.
of lots of different products.
Okay, so next time we have you on the podcast, I kind of want to statistic
yeah,
on how many feet of paracord
I'll have to do some.
does Jakt Gear use?
I don't do public math, Sean, so I'll have to
Let's
wait
see.
and do that in the private.
Yeah, maybe I should come up with a couple of math questions for you.
Yeah,
Well, how much is that product, the Slingling with the wristband? The wrist sling.
we have a couple of different ways that you can buy it, but the universal kit is kind of the way that it's sold in most archery shops now, and that way it's universal. It fits all bows. It sells for $97, and that gives you everything. That's the bow sling, the matching magnetic wrist sling, all three of the mounting options for the magnet, as well as a little item we call the pack rats, which lock the sling to the shoulder strap of your backpack, so you stay completely hands-free.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's all in one package with lots of different color options, and we can do custom color options too. We do a lot of just customization to let everybody mix and match their bow, because you got to
and the
coordinate.
thing is you can't just buy one, because next year when you have a new bow,
That's right. You need a
and you're
new one
changing
for the new
colors up.
colors.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a
Absolutely.
great way to do things. Well, I appreciate you being here
I
on the
appreciate you, Sean.
podcast. I really appreciate what you've done here with us at Total Archery Challenge, and I really appreciate what you're doing on your veteran side, and thank you for your service. And hopefully we can keep doing this for another 10 years.
I hope so. I
Be
hope
awesome.
so.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Sean.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.